Good morning, guys. I hope you're good. As Benjamin Franklin said, by failing to prepare, we prepare to fail. So please don't just attack the markets because you've seen something yesterday or the day before. Markets will always change. So I'm going to walk you through how I use my daily preparation. Each day, every day, I use the same routine, which I do not deviate from. I do not deviate from my plan. I become disciplined in making the same choices every day, again and again and again. Make your own routine. Make it work for you, make it stick for you. So I only trade London Open. So if you trade something else, don't blindly follow my preparations. Make your own preparations, make your own routine, make sure it clicks with what you have in mind. So every day I come in at 7:40, look at the market. I want to be as close as London Open as possible with enough time to study the fresh market activity. So please, as always, like and subscribe, comment what your morning routine looks like, and let's get this show on the road. We'll start with the most important thing. That is a notebook and a pen where we will write on the date. It's the 30 April 2024 and it is a Wednesday. We have FOMC coming up, so we know that we're going to have some ranging action probably today. First thing I do, I come to my 5-minute screen and I will mark out the Asia session until 8 o'clock. This will mark out the Asian session on all of my charts. Here we have it. So that I can know where the Asian session's high is, the Asian session's low, the beginning, the end, and how we are looking and how the session is moving. Right now, we can see we are underneath second deviation VWAP. So we might be targeting VWAP at 5,146 to take out these highs at 5,184. But I know there's a sell zone somewhere a little bit higher. And we are at yesterday's opening price, these yellow lines. So then I move on to this 1-hour chart. I just erased everything, so I will just do it again. I will mark out the volume profile gaps firstly, because they are important to me as support and resistance zones. As you can see right here, there's a big support zone here, there's a big support zone here. Now yesterday we had a ranging day. I know there is a short zone right here at 5,154 somewhere, but we'll go deeper in that in a little bit. I will also mark out these highs with a blue line. A blue line for me is a short-term line. I will also mark out these lows, and I will mark out any significant lows on the 1-hour chart, just to give me some kind of location. Looking at the volume profile, I can see we are in a distribution right here. I will show it to you. So this is a fairly big distribution right here. So the chances of us breaking out of this distribution today before FOMC is quite minimal. And then I will jump on my ultra wide right here. And I can see the volume profiles from the last days. I'll mostly zoom in roughly on the last 3 days. As we can see now, our Asian range is pretty low. The value area is 4450 to 4150, which is a 3-point value area, which is quite minimal. So I will be looking at the previous days POCs, which is 5150.50. Use this as a extreme, and 5139.50, and use that as an extreme as well. So I've marked this up on my charts. I can go look at the next chart, which is my 2-hour delta chart. I will compare this to my 30 minutes chart that I have right here. These are both footprint charts. This is a delta chart. This is a normal footprint chart. So I'm just going to zoom in at these highs for a second and see what happened there. So we see big buying activity here. We can see that buyers have attempted to go back in. See all these green delta. Delta has been building up here above 5,150, which is going to take a look. Delta's been building up, Delta's been building up. And here we see sellers coming in. So this for me can be considered a sell zone. So I'm just going to mark it up. Make this a sell zone between 5,1. So I'm just going to write this down. Sell zone 5151 to 5150. Narrowing down everything I see here. On the left screen, we can see a lot of absorption going on here. And after that, the price has tanked. And we're just going to look a little bit further. Here we see the value area of the We're just going to look a bit further down. Here we see the POC of the day before yesterday. And if we follow that POC at 5131.25, we see big selling activity right here. This means sellers were having an attempt to push price lower, to keep price lower than this value area yesterday, but they failed. So this one could be a reversal zone also. We're just going to check it out. Just going to mark this one out, and we're going to zoom in, see that sell zone right here. As we see the price reversed here, we got a lot of positive delta, so we're going to have a good eye on this zone. This is 30 to 50. So now I've marked off my levels for the day. The blue lines I will just keep an eye on. These two zones that we marked out here, this sell zone, this buy zone, this will be my extremes. If price was to jump above, I would first consider here a short, because we also have a little bit of delta building up right here. So this is the first short zone where I will watch delta divergences at this support or resistance zone. If price breaks through, I'm going to watch this. So what can price do? In my opinion, is going up, touch this, retest the bottom and go up into this zone. So I know I can buy right here. We also have big buying delta right here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build a game plan. I'm never stepping in without a game plan. And guys, when you're writing down your game plan, I want you to really focus at your game plan. You write the game plan. This is your beliefs. You don't deviate from the game plan. There's two things I don't do, and that is one, take trades at VWAP, and VWAP is currently at 46.10. So if price reverses into this line, which is 46-ish, so the line that I said it would come back to, if price goes into this zone, this is for me is a no trade zone. If price goes back and tests the upside of this profile, this will be an entry long into this 50 area, giving me ultimately 5 to 8 points of profit. Now what else can we expect? We can expect price to go down below this POC. Check this area. We either push through into this area, or we bounce back up POC or the highs and go further down. If we cannot hold this zone, if the liquidity in this zone is too high, we bounce back up, we go back down. So I'm going to look for delta divergences when we retest this distribution right here. So I'm just going to write this down. And I can't stress enough, guys, if you make a game plan, stick to your game plan. This is how you see the market. Every game plan for every day should be different, but the basics should be the same. We have to look for taking out liquidity, take out liquidity here, take out liquidity here, or this gets stopped out of the liquidity at the extremes and push back in. So this is how I make my game plan. This is how I make my trades. I also have one big, very important rule, very, very important rule. I do not take trades the middle of the range. The middle of the range will get you chopped up. This is another rule. Stick to your rules and use some solid risk management, and it will help you propel forward. So guys, this was a short video of how I prepare for the day every day. I use my game plan. I use different zones every day. I do tend to use some zones the next day if they were untouched, but I will look for opportunities every day again and again and again. I have the same disciplinary routine. I check the 5 minutes. Where are we at this moment? I check the volume profile. Where are we at the macros? I'm checking the 1 hour. I'm checking the delta profiles, and I'm checking the 30 minutes. So just stick to your setup, stick to your risk management, which is the most important thing. If you have a routine of your own, please comment it down below, and I'll see you on the next video.